Hello there, Edison players. Welcome back to another tournament match review. Today we are doing round 5, final round of Swiss of the ELLO tournament that was held in March. We're gonna see Niels on the right, and he's on a Machina brew with gear towns and all that good stuff. And on the left we're gonna see Carlo again from our round 3 feature match. This was table 1, so Carlo undefeated. Doing pretty well here in Antwerp. It's gonna take some time to think. He's probably super familiar with the Machina cards. Here is Sirocco. Might just attack over. Special summon Gale. So halving the attack of gear frame. And a special summon Bora as well. So that's gonna be a huge Sirocco if he decides to go for that. Yeah, gaining 17, gaining 13, so that's a 5000 attack Sirocco. And then synchro summoning for an armor master in defense, and that's attacking onto the 900 attack point gear frame, so that's half the life points gone. Very aggressive start. And I like that Carlo makes the armor master, because that's an excellent card into Machina Fortress. So yeah, Carlo has no back row, so he's gonna have to find other ways to play. And yeah, the armor master in defense looks very correct to me. So yeah. So Niels will have to find a way to counter this display. It's gonna be Fortress and Grand Mole. Grand Mole is gonna be huge. Fortress attacks into the Sirocco. Looks like Carlo might have a Kalut. Yeah, he's going to drop it, so Sirocco goes down to almost up to 34. So Niels takes some damage, gets to destroy one card on the field. Yeah, counting the darks. It's probably gonna take out the Sirocco, right? Yeah, and then Grand Mole can just bounce the Armor Master back to the extra deck. Niels sets one field spell. Wonder what that could be. Carlo continues the aggression with Shura, but Niels doesn't want to interact with that. He's just gonna mirror force it off. Yeah, keeps his life point safe and kills a potential Icarus attack that might have been in the back row. But Grand Mole then pitching the Gajiltron Dragon to summon out a Fortress. So now Niels is the beatdown. And yeah, still having a back row as well. And now not having any back row might come to bite Carlo. Yeah, has to go Blizzard. That feels kind of bad with the Grand Mole out. Yeah, going to commit into the Catastor. Niels giving in the read. So just a reminder, because there is an upcoming judge call for this. Catastrophe is a mandatory effect, so that's going to be Chainlink 1, and Grand Mole is an optional effect, so that's going to be Chainlink 2. We see Catastrophe taking out Machina Fortress. Yeah, it's pretty good at doing that. Niels just gonna set a card. Here's another Blizzard, so Carlo now has the aggression. Is going for Brionac. Takes turn player priority to bounce the Grand Mole. Bounce one back row. So Catastrophe gets in. Brionac tries to attack, but here is MST on the Gear Town. That lets Niels special summon from the deck a Ancient Gear monster. Carlo, no cards in hand. We see that Niels is also on Mausoleum of the Emperor, but at 800 life points, that's not gonna do him any good. We see Gachiltron attacking over the Brionac. Almost summon the Mole. Yeah, Gachiltron, a pretty impressive monster, but Catastrophe just eats it up. Catastrophe, excellent card against any sort of Machina deck. Here is Shura. Shura will attack the Grand Mole, so just gonna bounce it. And Catastrophe getting in. Destroying the Ancient Gear Gachiltron Dragon. So now Niels is in a sticky situation. Normal summons the Grand Mole. He's gonna attack. So yeah, there was the judge call for this, but as I mentioned before, Catastrophe is Chainlink 1, Grand Mole is Chainlink 2. So yeah, monsters are gonna be bounced back to the hand. Yeah. So now Niels has 2 back row versus the incoming Shura. Special Bora, so yeah. That is game 1 to Carlo. We're gonna dive into game number 2. And see what these 2 very experienced players will be able to do once they access their side decks. So Niels will be going first, I presume. Here is Consecrated Light, yeah, excellent card in the Blackwing matchup. Let me rotate the camera a bit. Yeah, players were being very rough with the feature match table this event. So I do have to... Niels is also being very rough with Carlo. Yeah, this Consecrated Light is gonna demand some sort of answer. And Cyber Dragon, that's pretty good. Although Mirror Force is gonna defend the Floodgate. Niels is just gonna switch that to defense mode and pass the turn. Carlo is gonna dig for an out using Lord of Darkness. Banishing the Bora. And we're gonna see some field spell action. Here is Terraforming for Gear Town. Setting another field spell over it. And in response to Gear Town's great effect, Icarus attack is going to be changed. Now, Gear Town still resolves. Yeah, its grave effect was Chain Link 1. I think Carlo might have been under pressure a bit and tried to somehow make the Gear Town miss timing, but it's not gonna work here. Bottomless Trap Hole is activated, but yeah, Trap Stun is active, so fumbling a bit here. But maybe Carlo is just activating that Bottomless Trap Hole to make his Gores live, or bluff a Gores even. So, 2 Gajiltron Dragons, that's gonna be 3000s. And 3000s, no Gores, no Gores. And yeah, time to pack it up and go to game 3, Carlo says. Let's skip the sideboarding. And we see that Carlo starts game 3 with Bora, 2 back row, one of them being Trap Dust Shoots. We're seeing 2 Gear Town, Terraforming, Brain Control, Gale, and Ancient Gear Beast. Ancient Gear Beast cannot be special summoned. When it attacks, the opponent cannot activate spells or traps, and when it destroys a monster by battle, that monster won't be able to trigger its effect. So, Brain Control, taking the Bora, that's gonna take a possible Icarus attack out of the equation. Niels going for the Terraforming, or not yet, for the Gear Town play. That's gonna get hit with Bottomless. Now there's a Terraforming, I presume for the 3rd copy of Gear Town, or Zombie World. Yeah, pretty solid card against Blackwing. This is gonna set the Zombie World. The Gear Town will trigger, summoning out the Gajiltron Dragon. Now Niels can, if he wants to, tribute some of the Ancient Gear Beasts, because once he flipped up the Zombie World, he can no longer do that. Yeah, here it is. That's 2000s, no Gores, and 3000s, no Gores. Man, Gores would have been so good here, because Niels has no hand. He's just relying on Zombie World and a pair of Ancient Gears. Carlo has the Blizzards, but what can he do here? Brionac and then pitch to bounce the Ancient Gear Chiltron Dragon. And then attack over the beasts. Yeah, that might be the play. He's going for Goyo Guardian. Attacking over the Ancient Gear beasts. And cannot special summon it. And may phase 2, Fissure. Ah, yeah. The Fissure does change the equation drastically. Niels just has to pass the turn. Goyo gets in directly. No fear of Gores, since there is the field spell. Yeah, man, what can Niels do to get out of this? We see that he has Gear Town and Gale. So he would basically have to draw another field spell. But, drawing Fortress, that's not gonna do it here. Yeah, Niels gonna scoop it up. Yeah, he could have the Goyo with Gale, but yeah, doesn't matter. So Carlo looks like is going undefeated in this ELLO tournament and will advance to the top cut. Guys, I was Ryan Atlas. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't also already. Bye.